Silence is not small. Silence is not just a gap between words. Silence is the womb of the universe, the canvas on which galaxies are painted, the pause between heartbeats that keep you alive. When you step into silence and don't flinch, you're not just sitting in a quiet room. You're aligning with the same void that birthed stars. And here's the kicker. Every time you resist silence, you're resisting the infinite. You're fighting the current of creation itself. As if you could outshout the Big Bang. And how's that been working out for humanity? Anxiety, burnout, chaos. But lean into silence. Then you become silence. You become the still axis the world spins around. While everyone else is noise. You're the tuning fork, the ground zero. That's why people follow those who master silence, because their presence whispers louder than words ever could. And as you sit there, noticing that silence is already here now, you may wonder, is it true that the very thing you are running from is the very thing you are secretly craving? Because when you stop running, you realize silence is not emptiness, it's fullness. Silence is not weakness, it's power. Silence is not avoidance, it's confrontation with what's most real. And maybe you've already noticed, every time you avoided silence, the fear grew. Every time you leaned into it, the fear dissolved. Which means the fear never lived in silence. The fear lived in your avoidance. So the more you step in, the freer you become. And the freer you become, the more silence you crave. And the more silence you crave, the more powerful you become. And that loop is already running inside you now. So imagine this. If you keep running from silence, you'll live your life on borrowed signals, addicted to noise, manipulated by whatever screams loudest, a puppet, a pawn. But if you master silence, you stop being echo and you become origin. Think about that. Instead of parroting the world, you generate worlds. Instead of chasing approval, you radiate presence. Instead of drowning in chatter, you set the fucking tone. This isn't small, this is everything. Because the person who owns silence owns themselves. And the person who owns themselves cannot be owned by anyone else. See yourself a year from now. You walk into a room. No rush to fill the space. No twitch to explain. No hunger for approval. You're just there. And that just being there shifts the entire fucking atmosphere. People notice. They can't name it, but they feel it. They feel you. And without saying a word, you lead. Now see the opposite. Another year of running from silence. Another year of fidgeting, scrolling, distracting, drowning. Another year where your own reflection scares you. Another year where your life is lived as background noise in someone else's story. Which future feels like freedom? Which feels like prison? And as you feel that difference, you already know which one you're choosing. So now, let that silence drop in your body like a weight. Let it ground you. Let it strip away the masks. Notice how much stronger you feel when you stop running. Notice how much clearer you become when you stop filling the void. Notice how much more powerful you are when you realise silence isn't the void, it's the throne. And every time you allow yourself to rest in it, you install this power deeper. Every pause, every gap, every breath is a command to your unconscious. Stand in your power. Own the silence. Become the silence. Here's the no bullshit truth. You can run from silence and stay a scared little kid forever. Or you can face silence and fucking grow up. Silence will strip you bare, but only so you can rebuild as something unshakable. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs people who can stand still and let the noise collapse into their calm. That's the choice. Stay a slave to static, or become the one who carries silence like a crown.